Jazakallah khair, Tanvi. So our question and answer session. So Tansin, I have a question to you. So from the presentation we see there are a lot of Muslim scientists in the past. So I have a question like, why do you see so many scientists in the past but not so remarkable in the present time? So can you focus on that?
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. The great universal Muslim scientists about 1,000 years ago were at the forefront of knowledge, particularly in science and technology, without ever giving up their religion. In fact, the Quran in particular inspired Muslims to seek and advance knowledge. The Quran calls upon Muslims to observe and study the physical world so that they may appreciate the majesty of Allah's creation. Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 164. إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار والفلك التي تجري في البحر بما ينفع الناس وما أنزل الله من السماء مما فأحيا به الأرض بعد موتها وبث فيها كل دابة وتسريف البحر وسحاب المسخر وتصريف الرياح وسحاب المسخر بين السماء والأرض لآيات لقوم يعقلون. Behold in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the alternation of the night and the day, and the sailing of the ships through the ocean for the benefit of mankind, and the rain which Allah sends down from the skies, and the life which He gives therewith from an earth that is dead, and the beasts of all kinds and He scatters the earth, and the change of the winds, and the clouds which they trail like their slaves between the sky and the earth. Here, indeed, are signs for people that are wise. Today, many Western-educated Muslims follow the Western path of separation of religion. On the other hand, many Muslims trained in Islamic theology have refrained from modern times. By moving away from reading and depth of understanding the Quran, Muslims have lost the golden opportunity of discoveries and advancement of knowledge.
Is Quran a book of science? What do you think?
The glorious Quran refers to cosmos and phenomena in more than 1,000 verses. The Quranic cosmic verses are not meant to be scientific information pieces, as scientific knowledge has been left for men to gain through observation or experimentation and conclusion. قل سيروا في الأرض فانظروا كيف بدأ الخلق ثم الله ينشئ النشأة الآخرة إن الله على كل شيء قدير. Say, travel in the land and see how Allah originated creation, and then Allah will bring forth the creation of the hereafter. Verily, Allah is able to do all things. Surah An-Kabut, verse 20.
Assalamu alaikum. It was a good presentation. So I would like to ask you, do you think that the Muslims should involve themselves more in scientific and technology study?
In simplest terms, science means knowledge, and Islam exhorts its followers to relentlessly pursue knowledge. In the noble Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordained His servants to pray to Him thus: Rabbi zidni ilma, O Lord, increase me in knowledge. Surah 20, verse 114. One of the most inspiring ayat mentioned in the Quran is وَسَخَّرَ لَكُم مَّا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ جَمِيعًا مِنْهُ إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ.
Related to the discovery and invention of science.
There are so many verses in the Quran about so many discoveries and inventions about the modern science. In fact, there are 1,000 such as mentioned in the Quran. Many of the processes and functions mentioned in the Quran have been recently discovered. Some examples are the Big Bang Theory, human child development process, solar orbit, human embryology, etc. However, the Quran is not a textbook of science. Yet there are so many verses in the Quran, the meaning of which are yet to be understood. That means science has not reached its height.
Jazakallah khair. Can you give an example of scientific research which might be suitable for Muslims related to the teaching of Quran and Sunnah?
Allah says in the glorious Quran, قُلْ سِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ فَانْظُرُوا كَيْفَ بَدَأَ الْخَلْقَ ثُمَّ اللَّهُ يُنشِئُ النَّشْأَةَ الْآخِرَةَ إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. Say, travel in the land and see how Allah originated creation, and then Allah will bring forth the creation of the hereafter. Verily, Allah is able to do all things. Surah An-Kabut, verse 20.